Speaker, was the chairman of the Ombudsman. So, you know, he's been dealing with issues of conflict of interest. There's no conflict of interest here, Mr. Speaker. You are the chairman of Parliamentary Service Commission. You are the Speaker of this House. And you have a right to preside over this House. As long as the Constitution has donated that power to you, we cannot impeach you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, Article 27 of the Constitution provides that women and men have the right to equal treatment, including the right to equal opportunities in political, economic, cultural, and social spheres, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Njoroge, who has been proposed here, Mr. Speaker, has the right to participate in this particular process. Mr. Speaker, Article 232 of the Constitution, which has not been mentioned in this report, which is extremely very important, Mr. Speaker, and I wish to refer to it. Article 232 of the Constitution, paragraph G, states as follows, Mr. Speaker: subject to paragraphs H and I, fair competition and merit as the basis of appointments and promotion, Mr. Speaker, in the public service. The only way you can have merit and competition exercised in this House, Mr. Speaker, is what you have done. You have graded people, you have given them marks. Mr. Speaker, however much we may disagree with the manner in which you have conducted it, Mr. Speaker, it is your exclusive preserve to have done it in the manner in which you did, which is in accordance with the law and in accordance with the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, as far as I'm concerned, and being a former commissioner, this is something that we used to do. We did it in the past. We brought this to the House. The House has approved because they have respected that members of this House were donated to the Parliamentary Service Commission to conduct that work. Just like, Mr. Speaker, we are sitting in this House on behalf of the 50 million Kenyans who are outside there. All of them deserve to be here, Mr. Speaker, sir. The reason why we are here, we were elected. The reason why you sit in the Parliamentary Service Commission, Mr. Speaker, including the Honorable Kenan, they were elected in this House. There is nothing untoward which they have done so that we can impeach their report, Mr. Speaker, sir. We can totally disagree with what they have done, but we must respect the product of the resolution of the Commission, Mr. Speaker. Unless somebody has anything that borders on fraud, borders on conspiracy, borders on collusion. But as far as we are concerned, Mr. Speaker, speaking as a lawyer myself, we follow the law. The law has given you the power, has donated the power to you from these members. You have conducted an interview. You have given us the product of that interview, Mr. Speaker. And we are here to approve that particular product, Mr. Speaker. We may disagree. We may disagree with whether it should have been red, it should have been green, should have been yellow. That is preference, Mr. Speaker. That has nothing to do with the law. We may not like the law, but we must follow the law because we believe in the rule of law, Mr. Speaker, sir. And everybody has a right to be heard. In fact, Mr. Speaker, you've made a very good ruling, except that some people are still campaigning here, Mr. Speaker. You know, they are not listening and they would want to vote. It is important they listen to what the law says. And so, Mr. Speaker, I just like to say that the product of the Parliamentary Service Commission must be supported. And I therefore second. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. I now propose the question, which is that taking into consideration the recommendations of the Parliamentary Service Commission in its report on the recruitment of the Clerk of the National Assembly, laid on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 1st November 2022, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 128(1) of the Constitution, this House approves the appointment of Mr. Samuel Njoroge as the Clerk of the National Assembly. Is that what you want? Do I put the question? Yes. Will as many of the opinion that I put the question say aye? Aye. Will those who prefer to have a debate say nay? Nay. Now the ayes have it. Aye.